This is 23-year-old Madison Clevenger, standing inches away from her killer, unaware that this very gun she's helping him buy will very soon turn out to be her own murder weapon. 4 days later, Madison didn't show up for work on May 15th, 2020. Concerned, her family tried reaching her, only to walk into a nightmare no parent should ever face. Madison was shot dead in cold blood inside her home on Horton Street. Detectives combed through the crime scene, piecing together evidence and the potential suspect. All threads kept pulling on one common name, Hunter Bishop, Madison's boyfriend, even though law enforcement had a direction they had no solid lead. It wasn't until they reviewed CCTV footage from a local gun store they found exactly what they needed: Hunter Bishop. As prime suspect of Madison's murder, Hunter is brought in for questioning. Things quickly escalate, leaving behind trails of unanswered questions that only Hunter seems to have, but refuses to answer.
She bought the gun, I know that. And I know you were there. I got the video. You see that? Is that the girly gun?
No, I mean, it may be.
See, that's what your stuff's not making up.
I don't pay attention.
Tell me the truth. What happened?
Just go to the home and get the footage. You'll see how I got her.
Hunter, I'm asking you, what happened?
I don't know why you're raising your voice at me.
What happened?
Several details at the crime scene didn't add up, considering there was a random break-in. Her Glock 48, purchased just 4 days earlier, was missing. There were no signs of forced entry, yet her own gun had vanished. The bullet entered the back of her head and exited through her cheek, which indicated she was shot at close range while lying down. The lack of forced entry pointed to someone she trusted. Among the many names that were associated with her life, one name surfaced rather quickly: Hunter Bishop, her boyfriend. And Hunter was not a stranger to these detectives.
Hunter Bishop, I've heard that name too.
The detectives had every reason to remember this name, as in 2016, Hunter was charged for armed robbery for shooting a convenience store staff. As they tracked down Hunter, his responses were quite concerning, and this made detectives more suspicious.
Let me see your hands, man. Hey, I'm Officer Ashk with the police department.
How's it going today, officer?
Doing good. You got your license, registration, and insurance?
Yeah.
Mr. Bishop, do you mind taking a step out of the vehicle for me?
What for, officer?
Our CID is needing to speak with you. At this point, you are being detained. You're not being arrested, but you are being detained. There was an incident that happened last night that that our detectives need to clear up with you. Okay?
Oh, do you have a warrant or anything?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Right now, you're just being detained. You're not being arrested.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and place you in handcuffs. So there's not a gun in the vehicle?
No.
Do you mind if I take a look to make sure?
Without a warrant? Not to.
Okay, there's no problem.
What they found next was the start of an investigation that didn't take much time to reach its conclusion.
All right, before we get to talk, we got this paperwork just like everything else.
Am I being charged with anything? I don't know what's going on.
No, right now we're just doing our investigating part. Nobody's being charged with it. Do you know why we wanted to talk with you today?
That's no idea.
Okay, that's fine. I'll fill you in on the details. Our officers went out to residents today to check on welfare of the Madison Clevenger. She missed an appointment, which apparently is unlike her. And when we finally was able to locate her, we found that she had passed away. So at this point, we are trying to talk to any and everyone who has known her or has seen her previously, and just trying to put our pieces together. So that's why I'm talking with you today.
Oh, wow.
Did you know Madison?
Yeah, she was actually a pretty good friend of mine.
Mm-hmm. So did y'all, how would you define your relationship with her? Did y'all hang out? Did you just talk on Facebook? Did you go out and just do stuff as friends? Did y'all date? How would you define it?
Being all messed up about my high school love and stuff, I probably didn't see her for what she could have been, potentially.
Mm-hmm.
But we were excellent friends.
Were you wanting to see her more than just a friend?
You know, I had talked to her. I talked with her about it, and I told her that I don't really feel like that if I stuck myself out there to be in a relationship, that I would be right now as good as I potentially could be.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen potential in her, and I didn't say an absolute no. She was a sweet person.
Mm-hmm. Did she want to have a relationship with you?
I believe she did.
Did she like say it outright, or just did she hint at it, or what? What do you mean by you think she did?
In the interrogation room, Hunter's reaction to Madison's death is eerily flat, with no shock or grief visible. He stays detached, carefully choosing his words, downplaying their bond as just excellent friends and nothing more. But evidence painted a different picture, which will soon be brought to the forefront.
I'm kind of more sparse than she was. I believe she'd contact me more often, but I'm just kind of an antisocial kind of guy.
When's the last time you got to talk to her?
Today's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Probably spoke with her yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Did you work yesterday?
Yeah.
What kind of shift work do you have working on?
Tends to be the morning, the afternoon shift. I mean, at this point, she passed away. I mean, am I being charged with anything?
No. We're still doing our investigation. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That.
I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning to go to work.
Yeah. You had to go to work today?
Yeah, no, I just got off work whenever y'all pulled me over.
Okay.
I mean, is there any way you can call me or something, or? I mean, y'all took my car. I don't even know why. I never come get it. I don't have my phone with me.
Hunter attempts to choose his words carefully, as a single slip-up can cost him his freedom. But detectives were a step ahead and were able to uncover Madison's messages to her friends that exposed a relationship far more intimate than he claimed. Madison had confided in her close friends about her relationship with Hunter. They were more than just excellent friends. In fact, they were dating and had become physically involved, deepening Madison's feelings. But beneath the surface, Madison feared Hunter didn't feel the same. She suspected he saw her as nothing more than a friend with benefits. This emotional imbalance revealed a far more complicated relationship than Hunter had admitted.
So you woke up at 5 a.m., right? What time do you have to go to work today?
Well, I thought in the beginning of this process, whenever I was done talking, I don't know what I can provide you.
Well, we're trying to figure out who's the last person to talk to Madison. We have an idea, but we're not certain. So that's what we're talking to everyone who knows her, and we're trying to figure out who was the last person to actually talk to her.
I mean, before she went to bed, I'm not sure what time that was.
Mm-hmm.
She would call and tell me good night.
Yeah.
So I assumed she went to bed, and maybe she stayed up on Facebook. I don't know what she did. But before she was ready to go to bed, she called me. We spoke for I don't exactly know how long, and then I guess she laid down, and I guess I laid down.
Right.
As detectives dig deeper into the investigation, pressing Hunter for details about his work shifts and last conversation with Madison, Hunter grows visibly uneasy. His answers are vague, his recollection conveniently hazy. He claims there wasn't much he can help with attempting to appear cooperative while revealing as little as possible. It seems the detective has hit a wall, and thus a second detective is about to enter the room and resort to a more evidence-based approach.
Hello, sir. Mr. Bishop, I'm Detective Smith from the Searcy Police Department. How you doing, sir? You look a little tired, brother.
I am.
Detective Ripper had to step out for a little bit. He's following up on some other stuff. He asked some questions about the traffic stop and everything, because my officers were telling me some concerning things. They found a holster, the appendix holster here on me is empty. When they looked at it. Was there a gun in it? There was no gun in it? Well, would you carry a holster without a gun? I wouldn't want to lug this stupid thing around if I didn't have a gun in it. Why'd you have a holster? Did you and Madison go to Guns Plus and purchase a gun?
I gave her some advice on picking something out for her.
Right. Did you guys go shooting together?
She shot it.
Did you shoot at the pond up there, and we've got the targets and stuff. You spray paint the targets and all that other stuff. You remember that? We got the targets too.
Yeah. So I didn't shoot the gun.
No, I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that you was with her. You remember the color of the gun?
It's kind of curly.
It's a curly gun.
Mhm.
You remember the color of
I mean, I wouldn't get certain of it.
it? It wasn't.
It's not the color of yours.
No. Well, yeah, like I said, it was a girl. It was a different color. You remember what kind of gun it was?
No, not really.
You were giving her advice on it, right?
Just kind of like something smaller and controllable.
Right. You remember what caliber it was?
No.
Did you buy a couple boxes of ammo while you was there?
No.
Not you. I'm saying did Madison.
I mean,
She bought the gun. I know that.
By now, detectives already have damning evidence in their hands. Evidence that could seal Hunter's fate. Yet they gave him one last chance to come clean. Oblivious to the trap closing in, Hunter missed the sign. What awaited him next was something he never saw coming.
I guess. I mean,
You know, that you had a holster on you, and I'm missing the gun. The gun has been reported stolen. You see that? Is that the girly gun?
I mean, it may be.
It's in your car. We just executed a search warrant on your car,
Well,
and it was in your car.
we drove my car. Was it? I believe we drove my car out there for me to show her how to shoot it.
Okay,
I mean, I can't recall if she ever got it out of the car or not.
that gun is stolen gun.
It shouldn't be. She bought it.
She bought it. She's dead and it's missing. So it's been reported as stolen.
I believe they took my car out there to go shoot the gun.
Would she left it in there?
I'm telling you, she's
You
coming.
didn't know it was in there. You had a holster on you, brother.
Yeah, no,
Come on, man.
yeah, no, I had no idea it was in there.
1 and 1 instead of 2, brother. You got a holster on you. You got a gun in your car. It probably got your fingerprints all over it.
During Hunter's arrest, detectives noticed an empty holster on his body, but no gun in sight.
What's that in the front of your pocket or front of your shirt? Where's the gun at?
I don't have a gun.
There. Well, you have a holster. Where's the gun at?
I don't have a gun.
Well, so there's not a gun in the vehicle.
No.
Do you mind if I take a look to make sure?
Without a warrant, I would prefer not to.
Okay, there's no problem.
Hunter denying to let detectives check his car without a warrant was a bold move from someone who's under suspicion, but it was a choice that would soon come back to haunt him.
I've got a 9mm casings from when you guys went shooting. I had the targets when you went shooting. I got stuff at the crime scene that says what killed Madison was a 9mm.
Well, I thought she just passed away.
She's dead.
I was just told she just passed away.
She's dead. Somebody shot her.
I mean, wow. I was just told she passed away.
She did pass away.
Well, I guess I would never informed how.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe you took my car out there to go shoot it. I guess you could have left it in the car. I mean, I was at my house all night last night.
All right. Here's the thing. I've got search warrant done on your vehicle, and I have your vehicle right now. I have your phone. I have all that. We're doing a search warrant on that. I'll give you a copy of the search warrant. We have the video of you guys finding the gun. We've got the gun. We'll get searched fingerprints off that. I have a projectile at the scene.
Okay.
If that projectile comes back and matches that gun that was in your possession, that stolen handgun in there, what have I got? Is that going to happen?
Sir, I fell asleep in my house last night.
I understand it. Do you have anybody that will corroborate where you were last night? Because I have a witness that heard the shot at the scene last night and saw a vehicle leaving the scene. I got to get more details from him, and I'm not going to lie to you. This is one thing I do not do, sir. I do not lie to my people. I got to get more information on that. But I know what I know. The time, I know the exact time when it took place. They were out smoking on a break from watching a video. I'm not saying you committed a homicide. I'm not charging you with that. Okay?
I didn't know.
And I'm not charging you with it. Okay? Not at this point in time. Now, if there's ballistics come back, be capital murder. That's a death penalty. Okay?
Okay.
When detectives revealed that Madison hadn't just passed away but was shot, Hunter's reaction was disturbingly indifferent. It was a calculated attempt to stay composed, to avoid suspicion by not overreacting. But in a moment this serious, his lack of emotion did the opposite. It made him seem detached and even cold-hearted. Detectives took notice and began laying out the evidence they'd gathered. Evidence that didn't look good for Hunter. It's a strategy designed to crack a suspect's defenses. When Hunter didn't flinch, they played their final card, the piece of evidence that could tear down his facade once and for all. To deliver the blow, law enforcement sent in a third and final detective, the one who would turn the tables before Hunter even saw it coming.
I always let her know, out of respect for her, that I still love another woman and I don't want to be lukewarm.
Ever in the entire history of y'all's, whatever you want to call it, relationship. It is.
It is.
It goes to show your interaction. It doesn't show anything bad on you. I'm not saying that you led her on or anything of the sort. I'm trying to establish who it is that I'm talking to understand. Maybe I'll just like, it doesn't make you a bad person or anything of the sort. Sometimes you're two full-grown adults. There's worse things that adults can do.
But yes, we're adults. And yes, we've had our curious moments.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with that. Have you ever thought y'all were getting too close?
No. I've never really felt uncomfortably close with her.
No? Has she ever gotten on your nerves?
No, not really. No, I mean, she is kind of bratty when you tell her no. I mean, you tell her no, sometimes she...
I get it, absolutely. What do you think should happen to the person?
Well, she get caught on it. She go crazy.
Okay.
I mean, that's the justice system for you.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we should calm down, lynch mob them. That's like that,
Hunter confesses to loving another woman and claims that he was honest with Madison, which seemed to be a move to avoid being perceived as a partner of Madison. Moreover, when suspects are innocent, they often suggest harsh punishments because they feel no personal connection to the crime. However, guilty suspects may hesitate, downplay the severity, as they unconsciously empathize with the perpetrator, who in this case is Hunter himself. This technique is known as the punishment probe. It's a psychological tactic used to gauge a suspect's level of guilt or innocence. Here in this case, Hunter's response is generalized. He mentions that it was up to the justice system to decide. It was just the kind of response the detective needed before he set aside his friendly approach and confronted him.
There's a lot of aspects about my job that I deal with. And I think you're telling me a little bit of the truth, but you're not telling me all the truth. Okay. You're trying to blow smoke up my back end that you think will give me just enough. You're trying to use enough $50 words. Trying to play chess. I'll play chess.
I don't know.
Okay, here's the thing. I want the truth, the whole truth. Absolutely, because right now what you're doing is not telling me the whole truth. So,
I'm pretty tired. I'm not always the best with words. My parents will say I was at the house. I mean, you'll go look at my phone and tell them.
there's stories that you're not telling the whole truth on. Okay, I've got video. I've got the phones. I've got everything. So here's what I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know what type of person I'm dealing with. Okay. I want to know, am I dealing with the absolute cold-blooded killer that dealt with somebody before, and now lo and behold, he's got a hold of another gun and just some things happen? Or am I dealing with the person that, spur of the moment, things happen? The simple fact is, I've got you on video holding a gun. We've got statements from individuals saying you shot the gun. That's enough right there in itself. So what I want to know is, who is the person I'm dealing with? Who am I dealing with, Mr. Bishop?
With the detective's sudden shift in approach, Hunter's shock is evident. He's clearly caught off guard, but what he doesn't realize is that they have evidence that directly ties him to the crime. The detective's bold confrontation isn't just a tactic. It's backed by rock-solid proof that can dismantle any defense Hunter tries to put up. And this evidence isn't just incriminating, it's heartbreaking. It turns a murder investigation into a haunting tragedy, with CCTV footage that links every chilling detail together, leaving no room for doubt. On May 11th, 2020, just 4 days before Madison was found shot dead in her home, she was seen on CCTV walking into a local gun shop with Hunter Bishop. She believed she was buying the gun for self-defense, or that's what Hunter convinced her at least. But a chilling question lingered. Did Hunter manipulate her into purchasing her own murder weapon? And if so, why didn't he just buy it himself? Surprisingly, detectives soon uncovered the disturbing reason behind that too. Yet, even with the evidence piling up, Hunter continued to maintain his innocence till the very end.
Did you kill him? Absolutely not. Mr. Bishop, did you kill him? Absolutely not. Everything you're telling me right now is not the truth. I don't have a reason why. Look at me, face me, come talk to me. What happened? Start from the top. What time did you go over there yesterday?
I don't know, sitting in the parking lot for, 15, 20, 30 minutes. I don't know. We went over her house, on the porch, smoked a couple cigarettes. Oh, I left.
One of the neighbors see your car there last night.
They didn't, I wasn't there. I was at my
Mr.
house.
Bishop,
Okay. Sorry, I mean,
I've got neighbors telling me. I got signed statements.
okay.
Who am I dealing with, Mr. Bishop?
Well,
Who am I dealing with?
sorry I wasn't there.
What happened, Mr. Bishop? You're sitting here telling me that you find out she's dead. You ain't showed an ounce of emotion. So that's what worries me about who it is that I'm dealing with.
I wasn't in here when I did.
You have none right now.
But you had video, so
Are you just that cold-blooded?
it's okay. Alright. So you really don't know who I am, so that's
So
fine.
tell me who am I talking to? Who am I talking to?
You're talking to me right now. Hunter Dean Bishop. That's who you're talking to. I told you, my grandpa died in 2018, July 10th. Wrecked me. I haven't dealt with family death in about 20 years. That was the first family death and the most important family death. You weren't in here when I got messed up about it. It took me 2 or 3 weeks to mourn about my grandfather's death. I've had a pretty rough life. I don't just,
What happened last night?
I wasn't there.
What happened last night? Everything you're sitting here telling me goes contradictory to that. I'm good at my job.
Then you must have been there.
Give me the start then. What happened? You got off work at McDonald's. What happened?
I already told you.
Tell me again.
Sit in the parking lot for 20, 30 minutes.
What'd you talk about?
Life, everything. What do you mean?
Like what? I'm not asking you what happened 6 months ago. I'm asking you what happened yesterday.
I talked about the way the shift was going, or whatever she did for the day, or what she ate for lunch or something. I mean, not intimate things.
Okay?
Like I told you, we went to her house. We didn't talk about what.
Check your car, her car.
I believe it's with her car. Or we took.
What do you mean you believe? You don't know?
Check the video gram.
So I'm asking you.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't remember. I probably.
You don't know
I
how
probably-
you got from work to there yesterday.
I probably got in her car.
Okay?
Most likely.
So you drove her car from your work to her house.
Wait, what?
You got in her car and drove to her house. Is that what you're saying?
I rode with her.
Okay.
Most likely. I mean, I'm almost sure what happened.
So then how did you get back home? Because your car's back up at McDonald's.
She drove me back to my car.
Well, I thought you said you drove from her house to the gas station back to your house.
Well, I thought, but I mean,
See, that's what your stuff's not making up.
I don't pay attention.
Tell me the truth. What happened?
Just go to McDonald's and get the footage. You'll see how I got in her.
Hunter, I'm asking you, what happened?
I don't know why you're raising your voice at me.
What happened?
Pretty sure I got in her car.
Pretty sure you don't know. Well, if you don't know, maybe something else happened.
I told the officer, swipe me for whatever.
I'm not worried about swapping or anything of the sort. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Hunter Bishop is the person. Because you're the one that can tell me everything. We've got statement forms. I'm going to give you a pen. I want you to lay it all out for me. I'm going to go check on a few things, verify a few things. And I'll be right back.
Well, okay, so you're really good at your job. I want you to remember, on the tape. I told you quite a while ago I was done talking to you. I'm not going to write a statement for you because it is obvious that I'm making some details that will be better displayed or showed in videos because there will be McDonald's video footage.
And I can promise you we're going to get every bit of that. But I want your statement as far as what happened. Okay? This is your chance to write it all down, to lay it all down for me. This is so that you can make it crystal clear for me. So, give me just a second and I'll be right back.
It takes a special kind of denial and grit to ignore the mountain of evidence piled against Hunter. From his location on the night of the murder to the gun found in his vehicle. From his fingerprints on the weapon to the 9mm bullets matching the crime scene. It was all there, clear as day. If only his common sense was as strong as his senseless defense. 2 years after the crime, 28-year-old Hunter Bishop stood trial on March 17, 2022, at the White County Circuit Court. The Arkansas Crime Lab presented damning evidence, confirming that the bullet found in Madison's bed matched the Glock 48 recovered from Hunter's possession. Forensic analysis left no room for doubt. It was the same weapon used to fire the fatal shot. The defense tried to undermine the ballistic results as inconclusive, but the prosecution leaned heavily on this irrefutable link. Two pivotal revelations would soon seal Hunter's fate. His father, who initially vouched for Hunter's alibi, later admitted he wasn't certain of his son's whereabouts the night of the murder, leaving Hunter without a solid defense. Additionally, a close friend testified about Hunter's previous interest in acquiring a firearm, raising suspicions about his motives. The mystery behind why Madison bought the gun herself was also solved. Hunter had prior felony charges for aggravated assault, preventing him from purchasing a firearm legally. On March 18, 2022, Hunter Bishop was found guilty on the charges of capital murder and was sentenced to life in prison without parole. The tragic irony of Madison Clevenger's story is impossible to ignore. The very gun she purchased to protect herself became the weapon of her own demise. In an unsettling twist, Madison unknowingly aided her own killer, believing she was securing her safety, when in reality, she was handing Hunter Bishop the perfect cover. The idea that someone can weaponize another's trust to such a deadly degree leaves a haunting mark. In fact, it begs the question of how well do we truly know the people we let into our lives? How do we differentiate between genuine concern and calculated manipulation? And at what point does the line between protector and predator blur beyond recognition? As we close this chapter, we're left admitting the fact that we should always question the intentions behind the hands that offer us help. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and like, share, subscribe to our channel for more such content.